The papyrus, putting on my table every month. I don't wanna be sad. Don't even try to hide it. No, I don't wanna lose it. And you see how it is, it's so inviting. The papyrus, we're all so alive. The papyrus.
Hello, welcome to the Papyrus TV News Update. First, the headlines. Rivers Assembly gives Governor Fubara 48 hours deadline to present 2025 budget. Obasa re-elected as Lagos Assembly Speaker. Nouns give Northern governors 72 hours to reverse school closures. Tinubu appoints new NYSC DG. Ex-NYSC DG freed after 22 days in captivity. NAS demands federal government investigate NYSC over delay allowance for corps members. Tax reforms bill will boost Nigerian economy. Senator Sani Musa. The Rivers State House of Assembly has given Governor Sim Fubara a 48-hour ultimatum to present the 2025 budget to the lawmakers. The directive was issued on Monday, 3rd of March 2025, during a plenary session in Port Harcourt, following a motion by Deputy Speaker Dumle Mao, quoting the Supreme Court order, suit number SC/CV/1174/2024. The Speaker, Martin Amawe, emphasized that the Rivers State government could not access federal allocations or spend from Consolidated Revenue Fund without an appropriated budget. The House expects you to submit the 2025 appropriation bill within 48 hours, Amawe stated. Amawe also condemned Fubara's directive for local government administration heads to take over council, calling it illegal and a violation of the Supreme Court ruling in suit number SC/CV/343/2024, which mandates that only elected officials can run local government. Interestingly, the 2024 budget was not discussed at the session. Governor Fubara has previously signed a 1.1 trillion budget for 2025 on January 2nd, after presenting it to the Victor Oko, Jumbo-led faction of the House. However, the Supreme Court recently reinstated Amawe's faction, recognizing them as the legitimate assembly members. The House also resolved to adjourn by Friday, citing their continuous legislative work over the past 2 years. In a similar report, Mudashiru Obasi has been re-elected as the Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly, nearly 2 months after his impeachment in January. The announcement was made on Monday, 3rd of March 2025, at the House chamber, following the resignation of Speaker Mojisola Miranda amid intense political crisis. Obasi has earlier on dismissed his impeachment as a joke, insisting it lacks due process. He also assured that he will not penalize the over 30 lawmakers who voted him out, referring to them as his brothers and sisters. Miranda, who stepped down amid the leadership crisis, was immediately sworn in as Deputy Speaker after her nomination. Other key resignations include Chief Whip Honorable Setoinji David, Badagry Constituency 2, Deputy Chief Whip Okanlawo Sani. The shake-up signals an attempt to restore stability within the assembly following weeks of internal power struggles. Meanwhile, the National Association of Nigerian Students, NANS, has issued a 72-hour ultimatum to the governor of Bauchi, Katsina, Kano, and Kebbi states, demanding they reverse the decision to shut down schools for 5 weeks during Ramadan. In a statement on Monday, 3rd of March 2025, NANS National Public Relations Officer Samson Adeyemi condemned the closure, describing it as a violation of students' rights and discriminatory against non-Muslim students. Adeyemi warned that prioritizing religion over education could set a dangerous precedent, adding that the move contradicts the Nigerian Constitution and international treaties of the rights to education. NANS called on parents, educators, and civil society groups to support their demand for an immediate reopening of schools. If the policy is not reversed, the student body vows to stage nationwide protests and pursue legal action. The Christian Association of Nigeria (CAN) also condemned the move, with its president, Daniel Oko, threatening to challenge the policy in court. CAN described the closure as detrimental to education, particularly in states already struggling with high out-of-school children's rates. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has appointed Brigadier General Nafiu Olakunle as the new Director General of the National Youth Service Corps (NYSC). The appointment has sparked celebration in Ile-Ogbo, Ayedire local government, Osun State, where Olakunle hails from, as he becomes one of the state's top figures in a key national role. Olakunle previously served as Chief of Staff to the late Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Taorin Lagbaja, who died in November 2024. His appointment is seen as a recognition of his dedication to national service, with many hopeful that he will introduce major reform to NYSC schemes. Former NYSC Director General Maharazu Tiga has been released after 22 days in captivity. Source confirmed on Friday, 28 February 2025 that Tiga regains freedom and is currently receiving medical treatment at an undisclosed hospital due to security concerns. Tiga was adopted on February 6, 2025 at his residence in Tiga Village, Bakori local government, Katsina State, during an attack by over 100 gunmen led by notorious bandit kingpin Babaro. The kidnappers initially demanded 250 million in ransom. However, it remains unclear whether any payment was made to secure his release. During the attack, 2 people were injured. 1 resident was killed. Several homes were looted. 1 gunman was accidentally shot by a fellow gang member. Despite Tiga's release, security agencies have yet to issue an official statement regarding his freedom. The National Association of Nigerian Students (NANS) has called on the federal government to investigate the NYSC over its failure to implement the new 77,000 core members allowance. Despite the federal government's approval of the increase from 33,000 to 77,000, effect July 2024, the NYSC has yet to begin payment. NANS expressed frustration over the delay, particularly after NYSC DG Brigadier General Yushau Ahmed assured corps members that the new stipends will start in February 2025. However, in February, corps members only received 33,000, leading to widespread complaints. NANS questioned why the NYSC had failed to implement the raise, especially since many states and federal agencies had already adjusted to the new 70,000 minimum wage. The students' body warned that continued non-payment could demoralize corps members, particularly in the face of rising economic hardship. While NYSC staff have begun receiving their increased salaries, corps members are still waiting. NANS pledged to engage the NYSC leadership for an explanation and threatened to take further action if the situation is not resolved soon. The chairman of the Senate Committee on Finance, Senator Sani Musa, has assured Nigerians that the proposed tax reform bill will significantly strengthen the economy. Speaking in an interview on Monday, 3rd March 2025, the lawmaker representing Niger East Senatorial District emphasized that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is committed to driving economic growth through the bill, which was first presented on October 3rd, 2024. The tax reform bill is part of President Tinubu's agenda to strengthen Nigerians' economy. It aims to enhance the efficiency, accountability, and transparency of revenue agencies, Musa stated. According to him, the reform will ensure that citizens' tax are properly utilized and contribute meaningfully to the national development. The bill, once passed, is expected to increase government revenue and create a more efficient tax system that aligns with global best practices. This has been the Papyrus TV Africa.
The papyrus, put it on my table every